Change it up real quick, so we should be good. Can you guys hear me? Yeah, I was gonna say, hopefully. Alright, cool. Sorry about that, apologies. We were talking the entire time. I was getting kind of nervous there because somebody said that they couldn't hear me. I'm like, I don't know what to do, but let's get back to the action up here, up front, with the battle with K Taddy and the number 2 Duds. Or, no, not Duds. Man, it's messing me up. Rowdy. Yeah, it's going to take a little while to get used to these people, like I said, but... Yeah, we're going 3 wide action is, yeah. Oh. Okay, let me go check it out real quick. I apologize for this, people. Alright, that should be good now.
Alright, I'm gonna mute my mic and listen to the stream and see, Alright, we're good to go. We got all the
We're golden finally, holy crap. Sorry about that, everybody. I'm getting tired of just hearing me.
Whoa, we got to wreck the 51 and the 18 going around.
Oh yeah, that's going to cause a caution.
Caution is out. Heavy damage to that 51. He's got no choice but to come down pit road.
And that is a new member to our Xfinity series this season, I'm pretty sure. Of number 51 at TJ Angles. I guess that's how you say it. Hopefully I'm saying it right.
I think T. Jangles was also running in the truck series too, and he was doing pretty good. So
yeah, I was watching along. He seemed like a really solid driver. Tough break for our newcomer in the Xfinity series, number 10 at Hoffy too. He running with him. He's a really good driver. He's pretty consistent. I enjoyed racing with him, so I'm curious to see what he does in the Xfinity series this season.
Absolutely, and a lot of these new guys got something to prove. They want to make their way up into the Cup Series out of the developmental leagues down here in Xfinity and Truck. So they're going to be pushing these cars to their limits. And we got the restart going green. We're going to pull those belts tight one more time. It's Duds on the outside and K-Taddy on the inside. Both rows getting a pretty decent start, although the inside's going to pull just a little bit ahead. Pottles moving into second on that low line.
A little battle for second going on back here. Seems like we have the let's go back here, the number 08. It's not second, my bad.
Duds and the Pottles are absolutely on each other, pushing each other through the corner. Now down into turn 1 and 2, riding that high side. I think the 22 is just a little bit faster right now. It's just a matter of trying to find his way around cleanly.
Right. Yeah, right along with here with the number 22. Yeah, he does seem faster, so I don't know. It's just a matter of time before he passes her.
Now, if the 2-car Rowdy gives him a big enough push on the bottom here, he might be able to make it work through the trial rule, but it's not an easy feat.
Oh, yeah. A little contact there.
Yep. Good save by the Pottles. All this excitement going on in the 78 is just extending their lead once again.
Oh, yeah.
Don't look now, though, because here comes Pendle about to break into the top 5.
You'd be nervous to see that guy in your rear view, wouldn't you?
Yeah, I mean, he's not the kind of guy that would move you, but he's the kind of guy that's going to blow by you without a second thought, so.
Yeah.
He's got a lot of speed. And oh my goodness, the 2-car, millimeters from the wall. I don't think he could have put a piece of paper between him and the wall, but he managed to keep it clean.
Yeah, really solid run by the number 22 tonight.
Yeah, he's had a great run so far running up front. I know this is a track that does his practice at quite a bit, so I think all that practice is paying off.
Oh yeah, the consistency of practice. I always say it, you know, running these tracks, you got to run as much as you can to get as much experience as possible to run it. You know, you can't just hop in. I mean, some people can, but in my experience, you got to practice as much as you can. You really see who does that throughout the week.
Right, and I mean, racing's it's a muscle memory sport. You know, you got to be able to do things without thinking about it. And the only way to get to that point is to just keep turning laps over and over again.
Oh yeah.
But Pendle is now up into P5. So he's broken the top 5. He got around the 2. Now he's looking to get around the 08 car. I believe that's just Ken in the 08.
Right along here with Pendle.
A little bit further back in the field, Sparkalicious has found himself in a hornet's nest, but he's doing a good job of keeping his line and just trying to make the best of his situation right now. I think if he could... Oh, a little bit of contact with, I believe, one of the Flex Seal cars. That's the 4.
Throw some Flex Seal on, it'll be alright.
Yeah, exactly.
Man, this lead that Taddy has, that's just keeps extending and extending.
It does. Just Ken is a solid pick at most any 1.5. He's been absolutely dominant at this sort of track before, and here he goes right up into P4 for the stage,
the
I
number
believe.
1 goes around. Oh, he's in the air, man.
Luckily, that was for the stage, and I don't think any of that damage is going to count for him.
I hope not, man. He was in the air. Oh, man. Solid stage, for sure.
Absolutely. Now, I don't believe we have an in-race reporter tonight, so you're stuck with just us.
Sadly.
But, we're going to see... Looks like... I believe everybody's going to pit here. There's a few stragglers that seem like they're holding out, but usually those guys just go ahead and confirm it right at the last second. And they have. Everybody's making their way down pit road this time. Let's see who has the good stop and who doesn't. It's going to be the 22 on the outside of row 1 next to the 78 once more. Where have I seen this one before?
Yeah, yeah, right.
But now they have more competition from behind. Pendle and the 08 of Just Ken. Those two drivers are... I think it's a matter of when they get to the front, not if.
Yeah, pretty much. That's what I'm saying. It's just... try and get in front of him as fast as you can, but I don't know, man. If he extends that lead out, it's pretty much a wrap.
12 car getting a good run down the backstretch. I think he might clear the 08 with the help of Pendle's draft. 08's going to try to throw that slider on him. I just don't think there's quite enough grip yet.
For sure.
3 wide, Crusader, Pendle, and one of the Flex Seal cars. It's number 4, I believe, which is driven by, if I can pull it up, well, the 4 is not on the list that I've been given. So, yes, Harambe, that is not on the list for some reason. Might need to update that. That's probably better to go off of. Good thinking. Man, that 08 is on the 22, pushing him through the corner. And Pendle not far behind. He is in the catbird seat right now. But man, as fast as these guys have been, and as consistent as they've been, nobody can match the consistency of K-Taddy. I mean, just lap after lap, hitting their marks. I've not seen one bobble out of them yet.
No, not at all. I don't know, though. I mean, they got a pretty good run coming on them, so we're going to see here in a couple minutes.
Ooh, Dud's going to move to the bottom, try and throw that slider. I don't think he's going to have the momentum. That's going to open up the top line for the 08 of Just Ken. And here comes Pendle on the top line trying to take third from Duds. I think Pendle might have got into the wall a little bit there. That's going to let the 22 slide back up to the top line. Bit of a saving grace right there.
Oh, yeah. Yeah, these are some pretty good battles going on up front here.
Oh, they touch. 98 and the 22. Minor contact. Nothing too big. Man, look at Crusader up there in 5th. He's been working his way through the field, and I think that's Sparkalicious. Not too far behind them.
Crusader the Accelerator. Oh, man. He gets into the wall there a little bit, but he's having a solid run tonight.
It's not easy to make your way up through the field here like he has. I mean...
No, not at all. I think like you were saying earlier... Oh.
Go ahead.
I think like you were saying earlier, it's pretty tough to pass at this track, so to make your way up, that's definitely a challenge.
Absolutely, you got to give props to anybody who can weave their way through traffic here and make it stick. But man, we got a battle for the lead now. It is the 08 and the 78, Just Ken versus K Taddy, and they are bumper to bumper.
You know, I think right now might be a good time for my fun facts for tonight. What do you think?
Oh boy.
Well, in Lawrenceville, in this state, it's illegal to wear a bee in your hat. I don't know why anybody would want to wear a bee in your hat, but that's,
maybe they're just really big fans of the Bee Movie.
I guess, man. I don't know. I don't really see why you would want to do that, but yeah.
Well, even if. Yep, he's making the move. Pendle pushing the 78. Not sure the 08's going to be able to make that bottom line work, but man, he's trying, and he's coming real close to making it work.
Oh yeah. This is a really good battle going up for I mean, all three of them are trying to go for first, like staying first, so it's a good battle.
Yeah, unfortunately, the 08 lost a lot of momentum trying to throw that slider, as happens so often here. So he's going to drop back to third. He's still in it. He can get back up there. Behind them, don't look now, but sneaking their way through traffic, it's our Sunday Night Truck winner, McCarthy.
Uh-oh.
Up into P4.
Yeah, I think she's going to have a pretty good run at Xfinity this year. I mean, I don't know. She did pretty decent last year, but I think coming off the win last week, I think she's got a solid run tonight for sure. So we'll see what's going to happen.
Absolutely. I mean, she got the win with some pit strategy at Michigan. We'll see if she can do it again here. I mean, who knows? She seemed to be real good at the pit road entry, whereas some of the other guys bobbled and kind of messed up their shifts. She was real solid, so yeah. It's going to be interesting.
Outsmarting the boys, huh?
Man, they are 4 cars under a blanket for the lead.
Oh yeah, this is a battle.
Oh, McCarthy into the wall. Going to lose a little bit of momentum. Not too much damage from it. She should be fine. That's the name of the game here, though, man. You ride so close to that line, and every once in a while that wall just jumps out to bite you.
Fine line. That's why this track's so tough to run up top. You got to ride right on that wall.
Right.
I think that's the difference in some people. You see a lot of people, whenever there's tracks you can run the low line, they love running the low line, but here you're pretty much stuck with running the high line.
Yeah, that's definitely the fastest way around the track. It's tough, man, to make that bottom work, but every once in a while you can throw that slider if you have just enough momentum.
Oh yeah. And this battle's so good I don't want to get off it. I want to check out the rest of the field, though.
Yeah, we got some two-wide racing further back in the field. The 18's currently battling it out, it looks like, with the 51. Was the 39. .39 being driven by, if I can find it, HD Nightster.
Yeah, a little battle going on back there. I'll work away a little bit farther back in the field. Looks like the Broadfather's having a tough night tonight, but nothing you can't rebound for. You know, you got another race. I mean, you still got a whole nother stage, if I'm correct, right? This isn't even stage 3.
Oh yeah, we're in stage 2, a lot of racing left. It's 100 laps overall tonight, broken up into the 3 stages, so a lot longer than the Xfinity races that you guys would be familiar with from last season, so it opens the door to a lot more strategy and a lot more required conservation. You gotta save your stuff, man, if you want to succeed.
Oh yeah. Yeah, I don't want to get off this battle for these 4 up here, but Taddy, man, he's just not letting go. He's not letting up a bit.
Not one bit, and this stage is winding down. We have 4 laps remaining in the stage.
Oh.
And here comes Pendle trying to throw that slider for the lead. Is he going to clear the 78? He does, but he didn't slide up. I think he wasn't sure if he was clear or not. Now he's not clear.
Little contact there.
Just crossed the line for lap 16. Out of 19 in this stage. And Pendle's going to settle back into second. That was just driver error. I mean, he was clear, could have slid up, but I mean, he just didn't know he was clear. Which it's better to be safe than sorry. I'd rather give up the spot than wreck somebody.
Oh yeah, but, I mean that's part of this league.
He was so close.
Oh yeah, that's part of this league too. Everybody races clean, you know, so you don't really ever have to worry about that.
Absolutely. 3 to go now. We've come to 17 of 19. No more manual cautions were they to be a wreck. McCarthy not giving up P3. That 08 saying, let me by, and she's saying, absolutely not.
Nope. Sorry. Try again.
Oh, Pendle into the wall just a little bit. Didn't seem to lose much momentum from it. Lap 18 and 19, 2 to go. That's a good eye of smoke. He did get quite a run up top there. And that 78 seems to be diving low every now and again, just a little bit if he opens that door. That's going to be what second place needs. McCarthy now with the slider on the bottom. Not sure she's been able to slide 3 cars, but she's going to try. White flag for the lap, or for the stage. 78 with a 1 car length lead, not much breathing room. And here comes the 98, sailing it into the corner, getting to the bumper. To the bottom now.
Oh.
They're going to touch the 98 and the 08. Down on the apron. Can he save it? He saves it.
Yeah, that was a tough break there.
Yeah, unfortunate for Pendle. K-Taddy wins the stage. Just Ken in second, McCarthy in third. Pendle's going to pull a 4th place out of that, and look at that. P5 for the stage is going to be Pottles. Didn't even notice her sneaking up through the field.
Yeah, that she does. She sneaks on up. So that's the thing about the Pottles for sure.
Absolutely. Looks like Crusader finished 6th in that stage, followed by Sparkalicious with a solid top 10. Naughty Milk Duds in the 8, or in 8P8. Rowdy in P9, and then T Jangle's going to round out your top 10 for that stage.
Yeah, solid driving by the number 78, but that little incident there towards the end, that just kind of cost it for Pendle there.
Sometimes you got to go for it, though. I mean, it didn't work out for him again, but I'm sure if the same situation played out, he'd try it again.
Oh, yeah.
Especially at this track, man. Sometimes it seems like you just got to throw that car to the apron and hope that it sticks, because otherwise you're just not going to make the pass.
Yeah. As we start back up again, I think things are going to get really interesting if it stays green the entire way through.
Definitely going to be a lot of strategy involved.
Keeping it clean so far.
Door to door for the lead, heading into 3 and 4. The 08 has the top line. Just Ken with the preferred lane. Is he going to be able to reclaim the lead here? It looks like yes.
We have a lead change.
Whoa, Pottles hard into the wall. A little bit of contact with McCarthy. McCarthy gathered it up. Into Pottles again. Oh, they are wrecking. Duds has gone around in the 22. Looks like the 51 of T. Jangles. Oh, that's the 39 of H.C. Nightster has gone around. I think the 51 managed to get through that.
Things are happening.
So it looks like a caution has been called. I'm unsure. Hang on, let me consult with the telemetry and see if this is a game caution or not.
I'm pretty sure this is a manual one.
Yeah, this is a manual caution. Pottle's going all the way down to the inside retaining wall. I think she might be giving up some positions. I think she felt like she was at fault for that. Which, I don't know, it's kind of debatable. It looked like a racing deal, but hey. It's a very sportsmanship type league, you know. We don't mess around. If we think we caused something, we're happy to try and make up for it.
Oh yeah. Yeah, I didn't really catch that wreck. I heard you talking about it. I seen it from a distance, but I didn't see actually what happened. So.
Man, that is interesting. So we made, what was that? 1.5 green flag laps, 2 green flag laps, and we have almost the entire field coming down pit road.
Yeah,
now,
well,
I think the reason they're doing that is so the way it was going to play out is if they didn't save, they were going to have to pit once for 4 tires of fuel, and then pit once more for just a splash of gas. I think pitting now eliminates the need for that second stop where they were just going to take a splash. So now they should just have to pit 1 time for 4 tires and fuel, and they should be good to the end, barring any cautions.
Yeah, I mean, it's the race to get to the pits, you know. I mean, I don't know, you got to get as much as you can out of it. I wouldn't really think track position would be too huge at this point, but you never know. I mean, I don't think it's worth it to stay out, though, in my opinion.
You know who thinks track position's important?
Who's that?
Crusader, Sparkalicious, Hoffy, and K-Taddy. Because they didn't pit.
Wow. Let's see if that makes it work for him. I mean, I guess it was only about 1.5 laps, so I don't think it'd make too much of a difference, but we'll see, though. I mean, it's a game of inches, you know.
Definitely, and I don't think they were pitting for the extra handling of the fresh tires. Like I said, I think they were pitting to eliminate that second stop. But if these 4 drivers up front that opted not to pit can just save a little bit, they don't have to pit either. Especially with this caution that came out, they're a lot closer to being able to make it 1 stop. I mean, you know, pacing around like they've been, you're going to save a ton of fuel. So.
Oh yeah. Yeah, that's interesting. I don't know. I don't know. What do you think, Dirt? What would you do at this point? Would you pit like they did, or would you stay out?
It depends on where I'm at. I think if I was top 2, I'd probably stay out. Anything further back than that, and I'm gonna pit.
Yeah, I guess I'd do the same.
It's a solid play. I mean, if you can take control of that top line, it don't matter how old your tires are. You're going to be hard to pass.
Yeah. Be interesting to see what Hoffy does up front here.
Looks like they checked up the field a little bit. That's a strategy we see sometimes. And the 78 has gone. It was a bit of a wonky restart. I think the 78 just checked the field up so much that... Well, we are 3 wide, middle of the pack. They're
I hear stuff happening, yep.
It is Pottles and Young racing in the 1 car.
Well, is that going to bring out another manual then at this point?
It does appear to be another caution. Unsure if it's... It does appear to be a manual caution.
Some wonky stuff going on here tonight.
Well, if the guys up front were close on fuel before, I think they should be good now.
Yeah, that should set them up real nice.
Oh, that was really weird what happened. So I'm looking at the instant replay here. The 5 car got pushed up into the 1 just a little bit. Actually, no, he got pushed up into T. Jangles in the 51. And her car just kind of shot to the left. It was almost like the ping pong effect you see in the older games there. And normally an impact like that you wouldn't think would be much of anything, but her car just completely went. But here comes Crusader down pit road, so some of these guys that opted not to pit before are pitting now, interestingly. Duds is going to join them on pit road. He'll be the first off among those who pitted.
See if we can't get this restart going again. Hopefully nothing wonky happens again. We have to do that, but we'll see.
Yeah, I think the leader's probably going to think twice about checking up the field this time.
Yeah, I would advise against it, but that's my opinion.
If for no other reason, then sometimes it's good to change up your strategy. I mean, if you bunch them up one time, but then you just take off the next, they're not going to know what you're going to do when you're restarting.
Yeah, exactly.
And that element of surprise can make or break races sometimes. Into the restart zone, we are going green once more. A lot less of a bottleneck there that time. Everybody's pretty much smooth sailing.
Oh yeah.
Crusader 3 wide to the bottom into the top 5 after pitting. That's going to put Crusader in a good spot. He's got some of the freshest tires out there, and now he's moved up into the top 5.
Yeah, it'll give him pretty decent track position. I mean, he was working his way up to the field, so maybe he can make something work tonight.
Trying to throw the slider on Rowdy, not going to quite have enough, but the 08's going to take the lead there. Is that Sparkalicious in third? It is, up in the top 3.
Hey!
Solid
better luck
plays
this
by
season.
him.
It's like Paddles into
Definitely
the
a
wall
driver.
back there.
Yeah, a little bit of a bottleneck now that you mentioned it. I look back, it looks like somebody did get to the wall there and checked up some of the field. They gathered it up though. Now the question is, does anybody have anything for the 08? Because he seemed to be one of the fastest cars on the track, and now he's in clean air, and that's a dangerous combo.
I was going to say, yeah, once you get out in front in that clean air and you pull away, as you seen as Taddy did there in the first stage, it's pretty tough to make your way back, so... I don't know.
Man, Pendle is trying desperately to get that bottom to work. I don't think he's been on the top yet this green flag run. I say that now he slides up with Rowdy there. We finally moved up to the top. Let's see, he's got a little bit of rear end damage. Doesn't seem to be holding them back too much. Back to the bottom goes Pendle, trying to throw the slider on Rowdy. And not quite enough. I thought for a minute he was going to be clear, but then, man, that 2-car came shooting at Crusader into the grass a little bit. He's starting up his lawn care service, but he's going to keep it straight and get around Pendle into P5. In the meantime, I think we missed this. It looks like the 18 of Daz 44-130 has blown an engine. He's sitting on pit road.
Tough break. Trying to run a little bit too hard tonight, you know. I think he's a new one to the series this year, or season.
Man, don't look now, but here comes Rowdy. Now, I'm not going to say that Rowdy and Just Ken are necessarily rivals, we don't condone rivalries here, but they did get into it a few times last season, and I know there were some words exchanged a few times. So if Rowdy can make his way up into P2, there might be some fireworks.
Yeah, for sure. Like you said, they're not technically rivals, but you tend to see them together a lot often, and I don't know.
But the more they battle back here for second, the more that just Ken is just sailing away with it. Pendle, a little bit of contact with the 61. I'm not sure what initiated that, but the 61 of Sparkalicious has gone under the wall.
Yeah, he's just sailing away at this point. I don't know. I think a little strategy saying work together with a couple of the other guys instead of racing each other so hard and make your way back up there. I don't know.
Absolutely mounting a massive lead as these guys remain side by side trying to throw sliders on each other. They're just checking each other up, letting that 08 get away with it. That's what he wants to see. He says, keep doing that, guys.
Yeah, you guys go ahead, keep battling. I'm just gonna win the race, you know. You guys have fun.
And here comes Crusader. A little bit of rubbing. Rubbin's racing, but he's going to get around Pendle up into P4. Now remember, Crusader has about 3 lap fresher tires than anybody ahead of him. And that doesn't sound like much, but when you've got the wear turned up, that can make a difference.
Well, I think that, and it depends on how you drive the car throughout the race. You know, you can serve a little bit, and you got the fresher tires, you can make it work for you. But also, you can, you know, you can pit earlier and stuff, and you can serve tires, you'd be just as fast. So I don't know. It just depends on how you drive.
I agree. It's kind of a lottery. There's a lot of strategy involved. A lot of, you know, people think stock car racing is just, oh, you know, let's go around in circles. But, you know, not only are these cars some of the hardest to drive in the world, but these races are some of the most strategized and meticulously planned races that you're going to see.
Yeah, it's a lot more in-depth than you think. Nice little battle going on between Rowdy and Taddy. This is it's pretty good, but it looks like he's going to open the door up a little bit there for Pendle to see if he makes it work.
Oh man, that was real close. Sparkalicious, he's gotten bumped into a few times, but he ain't giving up yet. He's still there with the pack. He says, don't forget about me, I'm still here.
No.
If he could get a top 5 tonight, man, I'd be so happy for him. He's had so many good runs, especially last season, and just so much bad luck, things taking him out of the races that are not his fault, and you just hate to see that.
He's a solid runner. But I mean,
the 98, I'm sorry to cut you off, but the 98, I don't know if you got that, he actually touched the apron through that turn. That is not something you want to do here. He lost a little bit of momentum for that.
Oh yeah, that changes it up too, and I think you have a little bit better explanation on why that happens. I feel like you're more technical about stuff.
I mentioned in the truck race, to those of you at home, a lot of times when you see these guys go down on the apron, the car is going to get really slick feeling, really loose, and it's going to want to spin out. The reason for that is they turn laps up on the racing surface. They're laying down rubber from the tires, and they're building up grip over time. But down on the apron, there is no rubber. So they get down there, and it's like they're driving on ice.
Oh, yeah. One little slip up.
So when Pendle dipped his left side tires on the apron, not only was half of his car on the slick surface, but he was splitting it 50-50. You never want, you know, both sides of your car to have different grip levels. That's almost a guaranteed way to wreck, so I'm surprised he even saved it and gathered it up. That was some impressive driving for sure.
Oh, yeah. Yeah, it's not a fun feeling. I know last season in the trucks I got into the apron a little bit a couple times, and right around I went, you know, so I learned to stay off it real quick.
Man, I am real impressed with Crusader. He is just not giving up. He is on pace with these guys up front, and he is throwing some bold moves and making it work. Definitely having a couple of breakout seasons, man, between his Trucks Series Championship and now this.
Yeah, full head of steam.
That momentum carries, man. Once you get that confidence sometimes, it's like a light switch.
Oh, yeah.
Rowdy and Pendle battling for third, side by side. Pendle's just going to barely hold him off. Whoa, we got a wreck. Somebody has spun out. I'm trying to find out who it was. Pottles in the 5 has spun. She's on the backstretch, getting back up to speed.
Tough break for her tonight.
Yeah, not having the best luck. She's been caught up in quite a few incidents, most of which weren't her fault, so just very unfortunate.
Well, that's another thing, too. You know, now come next week in Martinsville, the custom setups, I know for a fact that she says that she's not a fan of the preset, so I think that's going to make a huge difference. So, I don't know.
Right. And that Crusader got in the wall a little bit there, gave up the 5th place to Sparkalicious. But if I had to guess, I would say that looks like a solid 2 to 3 second lead that just Kent has right now, which is absolutely dominating.
Serious.
Pendle finally getting up into P3 and having a little bit more breathing room, not quite being in the Hornet's Nest, but he's still got K-Taddy to try and get around. We're going to consult with the telemetry, see if we can't get a lap count here, see what's going on for this stage. So it looks like Pottles has 8 laps of fuel remaining. I'm assuming everybody's going to be fairly similar, give or take a couple laps. But her tires, man, I think, judging by the way her car is sliding around those turns, it looks like her tires are really starting to go. So I'm not sure a lot of these guys are going to be able to make it to the end of their fuel run just on the virtue of tires.
That is definitely true.
Now, granted, Pottles did spin out, and that's going to wear your tires down a little bit in this game.
Not to interrupt you, but
lower than everybody else's.
The number 78 almost looks like he's gaining a little bit on the number 8 car. I don't know,
Yeah,
I could be wrong.
It does look like he closed in a couple tenths. You are absolutely correct.
Whether that's him trying to conserve, you know, slow down a little bit, save on gas, or I don't know what's going on, but he's definitely catching him a little bit. It's not near the lead that he had before.
No, not at all. That's a good eye, because they did close in just that little bit. It's hard to tell sometimes when they get so far apart, you know, 50 or 40 feet just doesn't look like that much at these high speeds, but yeah, they're getting there. And it looks like now the 78's going low. I don't know if they're going to pit. They may be trying to enter the pits.
It could be it also. Yeah, number 78's pitting.
Yep, down into pit road comes K-Taddy. That's going to move the 98 up into second and Rowdy into third.
Maybe the number...
in a situation like... Oh, go ahead.
Nah, go ahead. You're fine.
I was going to say, Smoke, in a situation like this, do you short stop and try to get those fresh tires sooner? Or do you stay out? I agree, short stops are usually a pretty good call, so we'll see if that works out for K-Taddy. Looks like the 10 is now exiting pit road as well.
Yeah, I mean, I don't know if this is a track that, you know, you throw right sides on it, you could make it work. I feel like it is, though. I don't know.
Absolutely. Sparkalicious, McCarthy, and Harambe making their way down pit road, as well as Young Racing. So we got a few more pitters coming down. And Pendle has now dove onto pit road, and that leaves just Ken to be one of the final cars to stay out this long. That might come back and bite him, unless he's just trying to make it to the end.
Well, I think that might have been what he was doing. You know, he was kind of strategizing there. You know, he know maybe that they called out that they were pitting the people behind him, and he figured, well, maybe I'll just let off for a little while and conserve instead of pitting. You know.
Right.
So that might work in his favor.
Absolutely. I'm riding along with him right now, and before he dove into the pits, because he did just come down into the pits, he was off throttle a lot. So I don't know if he was trying to save and just realized he couldn't make it, or if he was just, the tires were so bad that he just couldn't get on the throttle. But he's coming down pit road, and I'm gonna try to find Pendle and see where does he cycle out. Does he get ahead of him? Does he get closer than he was?
Yeah, you could definitely make up time.
Where does the 78 cycle out? Because they were the first to come down pit road. There goes the 78 right around Pendle, they're going to get a 3 to 4 car length lead. This is going to be interesting. I think these guys might both cycle out ahead of the 08. 08's coming out of pit road right now. He is on the apron. These guys are coming full speed.
Yep. Yeah, it's gonna
and
happen.
There goes the 78, P1. That strategy worked out in their favor. What a move.
Yeah, for sure.
But no time to celebrate because look in their mirror. Here comes Pendle.
Uh-oh. Yeah.
So we have roughly 23 laps to go. Should be 22 now that they've crossed the line. That's a lot of racing. That doesn't sound like much, but that's definitely time for the 08 to try and compensate for the pit road mishap and get back up there. He's not that far behind. He's about 2-3 seconds back. That's a doable gap.
Yeah, at this point, I think it's definitely doable.
The one thing that I don't think any of these guys up front want to see is a caution. I think they want this to stay green, especially the 08. He's got a lot of long run speed. And here comes the 98 on the bottom, going to try to side draft K-Taddy. They're going to get alongside one another down the backstretch. Can he throw the slider coming into 3 and 4? He's going to go way to the bottom. Is he going to slide up? Here he comes. He threw the slider. Wow. But the crossover. The 78 has now crossed him over. He's down on the bottom. And the 78 ended up leading that lap regardless. Wow, what a crossover.
Yeah. Countered on him really good there. Oh.
Little bit of rubbing. Rubbin's racing. Pendle's going to get a good run out of the corner, and in the lead goes the 98. I believe for the first time this race.
Yeah, I was going to say, I'm pretty sure that's his first lead lap and lead.
Which is surprising given how fast he's been all race long, but man, it just goes to show how strong the field is. And while they were battling, look at that. Here's the 08. He's not out of it. Just Ken says, strategy, smategy. I'm going to win this on speed alone. Or at least he's going to try.
Yeah.
It is going to be 18 to go when they cross the line this time.
As long as Pendle hits his marks and everything, I think he should be good, but I don't know. We'll see.
Oh man, pressure from the 08 of Just Ken being applied to that 78 car. K-Taddy being pushed into the corner, but will they falter? We're going to find out.
Yeah, it's about to get interesting. Yeah, I think he's going to try and pull a slider on him this time. I don't know. I could be wrong. So he's going to like to stay up high.
I'm surprised he's not trying more desperately to get around the 78, because the longer they battle, the further away Pendle gets, and man, these laps are winding down. Pendle's going to be hard to catch if they let him get much further away.
Oh, yeah. I don't know. It looks like they're gaining on him, though. I could be wrong, but...
To the bottom goes the 08. Now, down the backstretch, he's going to get a good run out of the corner. But can he complete the slider through 3 and 4? This is the exact same move that Pendle made for the lead. Yes, he's going to complete that slider, and he's up into P2 now. So I think, give it 3 or 4 laps, we're going to have a battle for the lead.
Oh, yeah. Yeah, can't really say it's going to be... It might be as close as last night's. That was insane last night.
Absolutely.
But we'll see, though. This is fixing up to be a good one.
Unfortunately, I just don't think the 78 got the pit road setups tuned in, unfortunately, because they just, they got this strategy and they've been strong all race, but it seems like after these guys have pitted, they just found something that nobody else has.
Yeah, it could be
Pendleton
true.
just can. See what's going on a little bit further through the field. So it looks like Rowdy running P5, Sparkalicious P4. Good runs for both of them. Duds with a tough break. Started the race real strong. Man, he is back there in the pack now. Just a tough break for him. Crusader, you know, he's a ways back there, but I mean, he seems to be a little bit quicker than the cars ahead, so he might be able to capture a few more spots before this is all said and done.
Yeah, it could be. He's running real solid.
Absolutely. I mean, he's running 7th right now, I believe, which is nothing to scoff at. And I think he's going to be in P6 before too long here. He's closing in real quick.
Yeah, it looks like Pendle's just making that gap bigger and bigger and bigger. I don't know. I think he might have this one sealed up.
Now, don't say that. Commentators curse.
Hey, man, I never had bad luck with it.
Stuff like that. Oh, man. Oh, yeah, he is pulling away, though. He's the kind of guy that makes a lot of pit road adjustments, and they're almost always good adjustments, so it doesn't surprise me that he found some speed here.
For sure.
Another thing, too, is this is the first time we've seen him in clean air. So this is the first time he's really been able to run with it.
Kind of open it up, for sure. Cycle back here a little bit.
Sparkalicious getting a little bit closer to 2nd and 3rd. Reeling him in little by little.
Yeah, he's having a really good night. I mean, I don't know. Maybe his luck's turned around this season.
Hopefully. I mean, he's had a real good run tonight. This has been absolutely solid on his behalf. And man, he is there. He is on that 78. He's looking to get himself an interview. '78, questionably running the low line. I'm not sure what that was about, but that's going to open up the door on the top for Sparkalicious up into P3.
It's a little odd there running down low.
I wonder if they're just trying to, maybe they took less gas than everybody else as a strategy call, and now they're trying to take the shortest way around the track to save that fuel.
Could be. Yeah, he's definitely real soft on the throttle, it seems like.
Yeah, I'm wondering if they just didn't get enough fuel in that car. Might have had a malfunction with the fuel can.
Yeah, it could be. A little air bubble, you know. Yeah, he is definitely off the pace.
Man, look at this now. Sparkalicious challenging for 2nd. Man, the long run speed on that 61 is nothing short of impressive. Here he comes, getting the draft down the straightaway. He's going to be on his bumper, putting himself in position to make the move in the coming turns. And as they cross the line that time, they're on lap 95 now. So as they're going on the backstretch, it's 5.5 laps left to get around 2nd place for Sparkalicious. And 5.5 more times around the track to try and secure a victory for Pendle.
Yeah, I'm curious to see if Sparks challenges for the 2nd position. I don't know, man.
He's there. He's got a lot of speed. I think he might be able to.
Stayed clean all race, so we'll see.
diving down on the backstretch, not quite going to have the run. He tried, though.
Oh. Somebody's in the wall there. I think it was number 3. It could be wrong. Or 2, I'm sorry.
4 to go at the line for the leaders. You know, you'd think with the 61 and the 08 drafting, they'd be able to close in a little bit more to Pendle, but I think that just speaks volume about Pendle's ability, the fact that he doesn't have the draft and he is still pulling away.
Just that fast. Yeah.
And it is 3 to go this time.
Gonna ride along here with Sparks. Ride along with him for a little while now. This is fun to watch him.
Absolutely. Now, as they take their 2 to go lap, I'm sure Pendle is just hoping and praying that this stays green. No cautions, no green-white checkers.
Yeah, for sure.
So they come through turns 3 and 4 for the penultimate time to take the white flag. Is Pendle going to make it to the flag? Yes, he is. The race is now official. The next flag is going to end the race. So all he's got to do is coast that thing around to the finish line, and he's got this thing locked up. But in the meantime, the battle between the 08 and the 61 is heating up as the 08 gets into the wall, and the 61 is going to look low.
I think he's going to take it from him.
We'll see. Can he throw the slider? He can. He is now clear. But is the 08 going to get the run coming out of the corner? In the meantime... Oh, they door. Contact. They touch. Pendle crosses the line for the first win of the season. And who got second? I couldn't even tell. I was...
the 08 got him.
Alright, so the 08 just got him at the line. A little bit of rubbing. But man, what a battle.
Yeah, what a runaway race. Holy crap.
Not bad, not bad.
Yeah, that was a fun one to watch for sure.
Man, a tough break for K-Taddy, winding up 9th after all of that. So, man, something just must have went awry on that pit strategy because, I mean, to win both stages and just have such a dominant race and then bring it home 9th, that's got to be absolutely crushing.
Yeah. There's definitely a lot of racing left though in the season though, so I wouldn't count him out yet at all.
Oh yeah, four more chances.
Holding.
Yo.
Hey, be sure to stick in with Pendle on the track so he can do a burnout or two, okay?
Okay, I figured that.
Alright, just double checking.
Yep.
Alright, there's our race winner, Pendle, just joining the party. Pendle, you had a fast car all race long, but you couldn't find your way to the lead until late in the race. Once you did, you set sail, but man, it seemed like it was really hard to pass out there today. What was your strategy?
Just keep her out the wall and just work on it the whole race. I knew starting in the back it was going to be a grind, get up front. I just be patient, took my time. First run, I was really tight. The second stage, I worked on a little bit better. I was still tight. And the third stage, I made it 2 years. But finally, that last stage, right when I pitted, I got it right where I wanted it, and then I got out in front of the 08 because he waited the lap later to pit, and I was able to get on Patty with older tires, and I was able to get around him. She was fast, man. I had to. Once I got the clean air, I knew I'd be fast. I was just, like I said, I was just being patient, trying to bide my time, not making no mistakes. Kansas is such a tough track. It's only one group track. It's hard to pass. So You just gotta wait for the guy in front of you pretty much to make a mistake.
Absolutely, but you did it right, and you brought home the win. Congratulations, man.
Thank you, man. I appreciate it.
Yep.
Good win, Pendle.
Thank you.
Yeah, we gotta wait for him to do his
Second place.
burnout too on here, so until everybody leaves.
Second place, just Ken. Man, you had a good car, it looked like. You were able to throw some sliders. Like, I didn't see too many people throwing sliders like you were able to.
Man, you know what happened was my sound went out when I was leading before the pit stop, and I had to be conservative to keep it out of the wall because, you know, you can't hear my RPMs somewhere, so it was a challenge to even run where I was. I was telling them over there when we were in the chat, I was making the noise of the car in my head to try to match RPM, so I knew when to lift and stuff. It was really a challenge there. It was a fun race though.
A lot of drivers don't realize how important the sound is and how just in tune with the car you get, but it's crucial, man, and it's impressive that you were able to drive it up to P2 and almost win the race with little to no audio. So good run, man, absolutely.
Yeah. Appreciate it. That was definitely a fun, well fought race, you know. So good win.
Congratulations. P3 Sparkalicious.
Hey.
Man, what a run. You were flying at the start of the race, had a little bit of trouble in the middle of the race, but then, man, that race ended. You were back up there challenging for the podium positions, almost snagging second. How'd you do it?
Just tried to be as patient as possible and made some good adjustments. Made a good adjustment on that last pit stop there, and the car really came to life when I finally got back up there. What a week! 2 top fives, top 5 in the truck race, top 5 here. Feels like a win, and what a battle with Ken there at the end. I tried to do the slide job there in the final corner, and then he crossed me over there at the end and got me. But what a race! That was a blast. It felt like a win to me, and congrats to Pendle on his win. No way I was going to try to catch him, but you know he's always fast and he's always a very respectful racer. And good job to Pendle on the win tonight.
Yeah, that was a good battle there. I hit the wall and I was like, oh no, he's gonna get me, and he got below me there.
Yeah, and trying to fight that with old tires and the car sliding around, and my hand was starting to go numb on my right side because I was yanking the wheel so much. And man, it was just like, woo.
I'm sweating, man. My shirt's wet from sweating so hard.
Okay.
Man, you guys definitely put on a show for tonight, but man, good racing. Well, Ken, I think it's time we sign off. It's been a long race, a lot of action from all of us here at PTM. Thanks for tuning in, and we will see you in the next one.